Have you ever seen the sun over the Rocky Mountains shining, or touched the sands of a southern Florida beach? Have you seen a grown man cry, or a child that's slowly dying? Have you looked inside to see all that you can see?
Welcome back, guys. And yes, I have, I can answer yes to all of those things. And that's why I included that clip as a bumper. I suggest you all get a chance sometime in your life to check out the Rocky Mountains, South Florida beaches, the West Coast, the East Coast. Check out this beautiful country of ours, if you can. I mean, I did it when I was younger. I was 22, and I hopped in my car, and I drove myself all over the country. I slept in my car at truck stops. It was actually one of the funnest times I ever had. I even went and saw the meteor crater out in the middle of Arizona. You ever see that thing, Mike?
No, I haven't.
It's enormous, dude. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about getting over your own ego? Go stand on the edge of that thing, and you realize how insignificant one little minuscule ego is in the whole grand scheme of things, because you look at it and it's like a mile wide and almost a mile deep, and an asteroid the size of a truck, like a tractor trailer, like 72 feet, caused that thing. So it really, yeah, man, it really puts things in perspective. It was, I'm trying to find the video, because this is from, like 15 years ago when I was younger, but I have a couple of pictures I bought in the shop itself, and the aerial view of this thing is massive. I forget what I think it's literally just called Meteor Crater out in Arizona. But you want to get over your ego, go to that thing. If you're out in Arizona, you get a chance, go check out Meteor Crater. I slept out in the desert in my car to go see it, because I rolled up at like 4 o'clock in the morning when I was just looking on a map as I was driving, and I happened to notice, I was like, oh, I'll go check this Meteor Crater out. And then I not thinking that it's like a national, like some sort of park or whatever, and it would be closed. So I was like, well, they're not open until 8, so whatever, I want to see it. So I just parked on we're out on the highway where all the trucks park. The drivers park in unison with each other to stay safe. So they parked there. I rolled up, parked with them, slept a couple hours. As soon as the sun came up, I got up, drove up to the gates. They were open, went inside, checked it out, and got back on the road.
That's interesting. Just the idea of freedom. The idea. Now whether that's you're driving a car, a plane, you're on an air, you're going on a trip, in a jet somewhere, dealing with the TSA and dealing with all this kind of stuff. It takes away your freedom. Now they want you to have electric cars. You can't drive more than 20 miles, having to power the damn thing up again. Just taking away everything it means to be American.
Here's a perfect example of losing that freedom. When I drove out to California, there was a border patrol checkpoint between California and what was it, Nevada? Was it Nevada? Yeah, California and Nevada. And when I went in, they ask you, do you have anything to declare? Do you have, because you're not supposed to take, I think people, they're back then the excuse was people taking vegetables or whatever, or fruit out of California. But, and I'm sure they've probably erected more. This is back in the 90s. So, long story short, I roll up, and I'm a smart-ass 22-year-old kid, right? So I roll up, and the Border Patrol agent goes, do you have anything to declare? And I looked at him and went, war? And he went, just shook his head, and he was like, go on, just waved me through. Now, today, if you did that, you'd be ripped out of your car, have the living crap kicked out of you, tased, have a dog bite you, he's got to go to Gitmo from his homeland, homegrown terrorist. You couldn't even make a joke like that anymore. And they'll say, well, It's different times now. It's post 9/11, Mike.
Post 9/11. Not to say that we're all humans and we can't be human to each other. We can't have a touch of humanity, amongst one another. That everyone, we got to be suspecting everyone. Everyone's a terrorist. You can't trust anyone at any time. If that's the point, just shoot me. Just get it over with, okay? Because I can't live trying to distrust everyone as being a terrorist. It's ludicrous.
Well, I'm not afraid of somebody like that.
Exactly.
First of all, one of the first things I said after 9/11 was, well, that'll never happen again. And people were like, what do you mean? They can get us at any time. And I was like, not like that, it won't. You think any Americans after 9/11, they hear Allah Akbar on an airplane? You don't think somebody's going to stand up and take them down? And what's happened? Almost every time. Somebody stands up, I'm going to, I claim this plane in the name of Allah, whatever the hell they're trying to, their script says that they're supposed to say as they're reading.
And they get the crap kicked out of them.
Yeah, dude, and like at least 2 or 3 people tackle them and beat the ever-loving piss out of the people. Get real. First of all, there's sky marshals on a lot of airplanes, okay? Second of all, if there isn't, Americans have what a lot of other people it's been bred out of other people. Now they're breeding it out of the Americans because we're one of the last of a dying breed, and it's called balls. And when you see something going down, and you see somebody doing something wrong, it is inherently human, but very, very much so an American trait to step up and say, yo, what the F? And that, even now the government is trying to play on the fact that everybody doesn't like to get involved or anything else, and now they're pushing you should spy on your neighbor to save the kids thing. And it's always the see something, say something crap. Wednesday I played clips from it, and you can hear there's key things you got to pay attention. She says, you should say something. Then she says something else, and then she says, you should say something. Now, those are talking points. Anybody that understands repetition and mind control understands exactly what that chick is doing. And she's so brain dead, I don't even assume to think that she came up with it herself, please.
But I'm sorry, but Al-Qaeda is not coming to the ghetto, okay?
Dude, can you imagine Al-Qaeda going into the jungle, Mike, out in, like, L.A.?
Look, okay, you wouldn't even get past, you wouldn't get past the tourist attractions, okay? They would beat them just limb from limb, okay? They would be running back over that little area back there. Let's say like terrorists trying to go to Oakland, all right? They'd be trying to run across that Golden Gate Bridge to get back in San Francisco with barely a stitch of clothes hanging off of them.
Dude, there's certain sections that, the spot where they call the jungle where they don't even go into. The cops don't bother going in. They let them handle their own business. Now, that's bad.
Yeah.
All right, that's
and you know
bad.
what? I don't mind dealing with those people because you know what to expect.
Well, yeah, at least you can. You know what? At least they don't see. They may individually do something shady here or there, but at least they don't pretend to be one thing, and then they don't pretend to be your savior while stabbing you in the back.
Yeah, I mean, at least you're straight up, okay? If you're gonna rob me, okay, you're here to rob me, okay, fine. Go about your business. I won't see you again, and if I do, you're just unlucky. But I'm not someone here going, I'm from the government. I'm here to help you. Give me all your money.
I've told you the old joke, the 3 biggest lies. I'll bleep myself. It's the 3 biggest lies are the check is in the mail. I won't bleep in your mouth. And I'm from the government, and I'm here to help you. And those are the 3 biggest lies ever told.
And they come with such wide smiles. I'm from the government. I'm here to help you. I'm here to give you everything you want. Social justice. Justice, HTTV, a brand new car, a house, home, a boat. I'm from the government.
Their program, dude. They got cops telling kids, if you report your parents for smoking pot, we'll give you a PlayStation 3. And then the kid gets his PS3, but he ends up in CPS custody. Yeah, that's great. I think I'd rather live with my pot-smoking parents. We're going to break. Hang out. Listeners, stay tuned. Mike Vail's going to be hanging out with me for another half hour. We're going to pay some bills. We'll be right back. And I got some breaking news for you on the other side.